And it's about scientific attribution. In your opinion, who should get credit for the discovery of the first Earth-like planet? I think it's called Gliese 667cc, very catchy, by the way. And should it be the European or the American teams? And furthermore, do you think that the pressure for this celebrity attribution can somehow undermine the scientific process?
So, just as a background, this system you talk about is quite an interesting system. It's 3 stars going around each other, and around the 3rd star, there are 3 planets, one of which looks like something it's a habitable zone planet, one of the first ones. It was announced in a press release by the Europeans, but then the paper came out first by the Americans. This is actually quite a similar situation to my discovery of the accelerating universe with my team. There was a press release that sort of hinted at it out of an American team. We put a paper out 6 weeks later. We both got credit for it, as we should have. In this case, the reason we know and believe that system is because both teams worked about it. And so in science, attribution is important, but I can tell you I know the people on both those teams, they're both famous. They both won prizes. They can afford to share because by putting the knowledge together, that's how we really know what's going on. And that's what science is about. And yeah, we all need to get our jobs. It's very competitive right now. But mostly scientists work together, and I will say work together possibly better than some people at this table. That is part of how we get things done. What is for quite a little amount of money compared to what we do.
Brian, I'm just going to quickly bring you to the other part of the question, which is there's an Earth-like planet that we've discovered.
Yeah, I think that's a showstopper.
You'd like to ask that question too.
You're talking about Jeremy Clarkson, there's life in outer space? What are we talking about?
How far away is it?
Yeah.
So I can't remember. I think it's like 22 light years or something, but don't quote me on
22.3.
It's okay.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
So, you know, so this is one of the first ones, but we do have several other planets that are in habitable zones. What we know from the work in the last 3 years is that 1 in 5 stars has an Earth-like planet in a habitable zone. 1 in 5. There's 100 billion stars in the Milky Way. That's 20 for a planet that we might want to go hop onto.
And well, talk about hopping onto it. I mean, 22.3 light years away is quite a long way. How long would it take to get there on a conventional rocket?
That's about, if you go, the fastest spaceship we have right now is one that's going out to Pluto right now, so that's about 150,000 years to get there, but...
Can we use frequent flyer miles? I could say it.
I've got enough, so yeah, you're about right. But no, we're working on it. At 150,000, you say that sounds crazy, but the idea of building a self-contained spaceship, that's not crazy. I mean, it's thousands of years in the future.
Can you get there through a wormhole as you do in movies?
I would not be betting on wormholes. Unfortunately, there's something that could exist, but I don't think there's any evidence that they do exist.
Christopher Pine, sounds like you ought to be giving these kind of scientists a lot more money.
Well, the good news is we are, and Labor cut $563 million on the Sustainable Research Excellence Program. Yes. We're putting it all. Research Excellence Program. Yes. We're putting it all back.
Can I? On the other planet, do you think there's people like him? I ain't going.
The universe is an infinite place.
We'll go together.
There's thousands of them.
But he's infinitely improbable.
It's going to take us 150,000 years.
We're going to have a child.
Richard, I have 2 questions.
Together.
I want to hear from Michael on life on other planets.
Well, Richard, first of all, I think we should name it Spock instead of the other weird name and give it posthumously to Leonard Nimoy, because he inspired so many of us to love space. But I also just want to bring it back to Earth and say, you know, there's so much talk about funding space exploration, which is awesome, and the infinite curiosity, but there's so many things happening here, like taking care of indigenous people's rights to remain on their land, that we don't have to go looking for other lands.
Yeah, but now if we get other planets, do you see what I mean? Well, it's going to work out for everybody.
You got to sort of do it all at the same time. You don't want to let one part go. That all works together as a giant.
Penny Wong.
I agree.
You got any thoughts on life on other planets, or are you finding it hard enough to find life in Canberra?
No, well, I'm still reeling at Ruby's joke about is there one of him there? I thought that was quite funny.
What about Ruby and I having a child? And
That's
then
what's
we're
going to happen.
It's going to take us. Didn't you hear that bit?
No, I missed
Didn't
that
you
bit.
hear that bit?
That's even better. That's even better.
You just exploded Twitter.